What is up, guys? Paradoxio here. Welcome back to a brand new video, everybody. This is part 2 of our web development series, and in today's episode we are going to be diving into CSS. Now, I know that last episode I said that CSS wouldn't come until a few episodes later. However, I didn't realize just how little there was to HTML on a beginner's level before we actually got into CSS, so I decided to just go ahead and bring it now because I couldn't really think of anything else to go over before then. So that is what we're going to be doing today. We are going to go ahead and dive into CSS, and before that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit on what CSS actually is. Essentially, CSS, which by the way stands for Cascading Style Sheets, is a style sheet file that we can use to stylize or customize our HTML document and make it unique to us. Some things that included but not limited to are changing the font size, font color, background color, image width and height, the boldness of text, all kinds of things really. And we can also change its behavior of the elements as well. So that is a few things out of the many thousand different things that we can do with CSS. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Now, as you can see here, this is just my basic HTML document. I have three basic elements here, 2 paragraphs and 1 header. Which actually, I'm gonna change this to a H3 tag, just because it might conflict with the CSS. You'll see why I did this later. I had to record again because of this. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started by making our CSS file. So I'm gonna go up here to my web dev tutorial folder, right click on it, and then click new file. And then I'm going to call this styles.css. Now, this is the icon for it, by the way. It's a little hashtag. Now, something to keep note about CSS is we want to treat it the same as our HTML documents, meaning the more pages to your website you have, obviously you're going to have more HTML files. So you're going to want each HTML file to have its own separate CSS file. Now, you can have them all linked to the same CSS file. However, if you want each of your pages to have its own theme or color or whatever it is you're trying to go for, having multiple CSS files is going to be the best option for you. But anyways, that's enough talk. Let's go ahead and actually get this to work. Now, I'm going to bring this to the side here, and I'm going to minimize OBS. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and click go live here using the live server extension that is free on VS Code. This allows me to see what my website will look like live. It updates every single second. And as you can see right now, we just have this very, very basic web page. Doesn't look really pretty. It's really ugly. Let's change it up some. But anyways, we got our CSS file created. Well, even if we were to go ahead and start typing some things in it, none of it's going to show up to our document here because we haven't linked it to our HTML document yet. And to do that, it is very simple. All we need to do is go to head here at the top, click enter so we start a new line under meta, and we're going to go ahead and type in link, then space rel, set it equal to a string, and inside here we're going to go ahead and just type in style sheet, and then we're going to go ahead and type in href, and we're going to set it equal to style.css. Now, this is the directory of your CSS file. Now, the reason why for me it's just going to say styles.css is because it's housed in the same folder. But if you have this anywhere else on your PC, you'll need to actually type in the directory for it, which might be c:/user/ whatever. So just keep that in mind, and it is case sensitive too. However, if you've been watching my channel for a while, we shouldn't really have to go over that again. But anyways, we have our style sheet linked. Now we just need to make some basic rules for our web page to follow. Now, this is not the same as JavaScript scripting, so we can't just make functions in our CSS file. We can use functions because CSS does come with its own functions, however we can't make our own. So this is not the same as scripting, guys. This is just changing the theme and how our web page behaves graphically. So that's just another thing to keep in mind as well. We will get into scripting in a later video. But anyways, let's go ahead and change this background color of our entire page here, which is known as the body. So you're probably wondering, how do we do that? Well, it is fairly simple. You see here, we have our body tag, which is this entire page here. All this white, that is our body. So if I want to change the background color of that, all you need to do is just go to our CSS file, type in body, space, add a set of curly bracelets, and what we have created here is known as a rule set. And what this is going to do is apply certain rules for our website to follow graphically. Now I want to change the background color, so all we need to do is just type in background dash color, and then we can use either hex codes or RGB. I think we can use HSL. However, I haven't tried it yet, but feel free to do that if you want. Now, a place we can get all of our codes from is this neat little website called htmlcolorcodes.com. And here they offer colors and here, whoops, let me get out of here. Here they offer colors in hex, RGB, and HSL. Now, I want to change it to this little gray color that they've already provided me. So I want to go ahead and copy the hex. And as you can see, if I go ahead and come back here, our color has changed to this nice light gray color. And the cool thing about VSC or Visual Studio's code is we can actually change it within the editor by just dragging it around like that. Actually, you know what? Just for laughs, I'm going to keep it as this red color. But another thing we can do is we can use RGB as well. So to do that, we can just type in RGB, and this is one of those little functions I was talking about. And to give it a color, all we need to do is just copy this here. This is basically saying apply 178 of red, 105 of green, and 105 of blue. And if I just copy that there and paste it here, as you can see, it behaves the same as a color. If I come back here, we now have this somewhat of a beige and pink or peachy color mix. I don't really know what to call it, but it looks nice. So that is how we can apply a background color. Now you can try this with HSL if you want. You just have to copy and paste that. I think you get rid of the percents. If that doesn't work, just try adding them. I'm not 100% sure on HSL, but feel free to try that for yourself if you'd like. But this is just a cool website that you can use for when you're designing your own website. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and get out of that, and we're gonna go ahead and start adding some rule sets to our headers and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and type in H1, and the first thing we're gonna do is change the font. The font sucks. I don't really like Times New Roman. We're not writing an essay, guys. Let's change the font up some. To do that, we're gonna go ahead and type in font family here, and we can just add the name of the font like that. And as you can see, it changes the font right here. And we can change it to white as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that by typing in color. And I want to use a hex code this time. And for white, it's just hashtag FFF. And then we have our color. And let's make it a bold as well. You may not notice it changed too much. It's because of how small the text is and because it's white. Now we can also make it bigger by typing in font size. And here's a little important tip. When you want to change it to a size in pixels, we want to type in the number of pixels, and we want to end it in px like that. And that's how we properly change the size of our font. And we can add a text decoration if we want. So if we wanted to do that, we can give it an underline or a line through. I'm going to leave it as an underline though, just because it looks somewhat nice, especially with the exclamation point at the end. But anyways, let's go ahead and move on to our paragraph tag, which is this little message here that says this is my first website. So I'm actually going to go ahead and copy and paste this, and I'm just going to change the H1 to a P. Now I'm going to make this a little bit of a less, I want to make this 18 pixels. There we go. Remove that second colon or semicolon. And for this, I'm going to make it a nice beige green color, if it'll let me edit it. There we go. Or actually, let's make it more of a teal. There we go. That looks cool. And instead of an underline, we're going to do line through. And there we go. Let's make it italicized. And to do that, we can go ahead and type in font style. And we're going to make it italic. And that is going to make it lean towards the right. And yeah, so that is pretty cool. Let's actually make this a little bit bigger. There we go. It's 24 pixels. Looks just a little bit more readable, especially with that line going through. So that is how we can edit our paragraph tags. Now let's edit this tag here. H3 with the link tag nested inside. As you know, if I just click this, it's gonna go to my Discord server. But you guys should totally join, by the way. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and edit that now. And since I have it as an H3 with an A tag inside, and I want to edit this here, what I need to do is I need to type in H3 space A and then the set of curly braces. And as you can see, since I have it nested here, I want to have it nested here as well to specify that I'm specifically talking about this part of my document here. And what we can do is we can make let's make it a red color. So color, and I'm going to do RGB again, just because why not? And I'm just going to leave it as 255. I think that'll work. Nope. Okay, so I do have to have the zeros in. All right. All right, so we got a nice red color. Let's make the font size a little bit bigger. So font size, let's make it 48 pixels. There we go. And let's get rid of that underline under. So I want to leave text decoration as none, so the underline is gone. And let's go ahead and make it a bold font. And let's give it a font style. Let's see what oblique does. Oh, okay, so I don't think a cursive look would be the right way to describe it, but that looks pretty nice. So we gave it an oblique look with font style instead of italic. So that is pretty nice. I'm actually going to make this a bit lighter because this is bothering me just a little bit. There we go. That's nice. And as you can see, still a link, even though we got rid of the underline. So that's pretty cool. We added some rules to our HTML document. That is all we're going to be really doing today. There isn't much more on the beginner's level about CSS. Obviously, until we reach the future episodes where we go more in depth with the complex CSS rules and whatnot. And eventually we're going to make some stuff such as like navigation bars and other websites, or not websites, but other web pages for our website as well. So that is what I have planned now that we have a basic understanding of CSS. But other than that, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you enjoyed this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers within the next 2 months. So if you really enjoyed this video and you enjoy my content, please hit that subscribe button, guys. It helps me out a lot. If you had any trouble with coding, or if you just want to hang out with me and over 550 other people, be sure to join my Discord server. We are growing each day. We are fairly active. We love to share our knowledge on programming, and we also like to help each other out when we are stuck with our code. So if you are already having any problems coding today, or if you just want to hang out, be sure to join us. The link will be in the description. Leave a like on my video and let me know in the comments on what you'd like to see next time. But without further ado, you guys have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.